Welcome, guys. We're going to be making steamed cupcakes today. Just read all the ingredients for your recipe on the screen. I have everything well laid out already, and we are all starting right now. So I have my liquid ingredients which I have like mixed all together, and I'm using my whisk right now to make sure that I have one homogeneous consistency. You want to make sure that everything is whole. You want to make sure you're mixing it well so that your butter is not separate, your egg is not separate, and your milk is not separate. You have to make sure this is well mixed together before you think of adding your dry ingredients. So I've like mixed it gently. Don't go too fast so that you don't incorporate too much air into it. And now that I have that, I'm going to be adding my dry ingredients, which is my flour, my baking powder, baking soda, and my salt. I like using a sieve because sometimes the flour comes out in lumps, so you want to like loosen it up a bit with the sieve so that it's not lumpy. If you pour it all into the liquid batter like that, you might have some parts lumpy, and it might be like a kind of like a hassle trying to separate it. Even without me pouring it, even with the sieve, you can see that it has a little bit of lumps, but don't worry, everything is going to dissolve right away. You can see it's already dissolved, and I'll still mix it a little bit more just to be sure that I don't have lumps. You want to be sure that there's no flour settled down in the, as in like in the bottom of the bowl. I'm like just like gently scraping all the sides and the bottom as well. And after I had done that, I started lining my silicone molds with my cupcake liners. But please, anytime you're doing yours, you can skip this step. If you're using a silicone mold, you don't need the cupcake liner again. It's a habit. So I actually forgot, and I kind of like lined it again. You don't need to. Once you're using a silicone mold, your cupcake will come out of the mold easily. You don't need a cupcake liner again, except you just want to for the sake of just like using it. So after I had done that, it's time for me to pour in my butter into my cupcake molds or into the cupcake liner. And what you want to do is to pour it halfway. You don't want to fill it up because the cupcake will definitely rise. You don't want to pour in too full, and at the end of the day it will kind of like rise above your cupcake mold. That way you might not have a very pretty cupcake. Just give it enough room for it to rise. So I had put my pot on the stove for about 10 minutes, like on low heat to medium heat, and the water had boiled a bit. Just gently drop your cupcake mold into the pot to steam. Anything you use in steaming, whether it's a steaming basket, is a pot with a rack, whatever you use in steaming, steam this for 15 minutes only. And after 15 minutes, guys, our cupcakes are ready. If you want, you can put a skewer in the middle to check if it is done. Once it comes out clean, know that your cupcake is well cooked. And I wanted to open it up for you guys to see. This is very perfect if you don't want to bake. This way it's very moist. You don't take out the moisture, and when it's baked, it's still very moist. It's not baked, it's not dry. I love this method a lot because my toddler even loves it very well. He even prefers this one to when I bake the cupcakes. And this one takes little time to get ready. If you're baking, you can bake it for like 20 to 25 minutes, but this is ready in 15 minutes. And guys, check out this goodness. It was fluffy, it was moist, it was sweet at the right way I wanted it and all that. If you enjoyed my video, please give this a thumbs up. Kindly subscribe for more recipes, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, lovely people.